Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Black Waves. It's been a month, but we are back. I'm going to be your host, Forgotten Dreams, for the evening. And I'm getting an echo from Cyber Mama, most definitely. Anyways, moving on. We're going to be picking out, back up with the party. You guys don't see this. You totally don't see this, by the way. Chat. You didn't see that. Say nothing. Anyways,
Tell us the secrets, chat.
are going to be picking back up where the party left off. But before we do, I have a lovely host of beautiful people who are joining me for this adventure. Starting from the top, going down to the bottom, we start off with someone whose character name. We're going to do character names this time instead. Someone whose character name is Senna Thunderhall. Go ahead and introduce
That's
yourself.
me. I am Ellen. I play Senna Thunderhall. She is a half-elf bard/cleric.
Next up, we have Desh.
I am Dish, played by Wade, who is the best Kobold Ranger with my best buddy Nash.
Fantastic. Next up, we have Garen Hoffelstaff or Hottostaff.
Yes, Hasselstaff. Garen Hasselstaff is played by the one and only Paulo. That is I.
Awesome. And last but not least, we have Sasha Oak River.
Hi, I'm CyberMama47, and I play Sasha Oak River.
All right. So, can anyone tell me what happened last session?
We did some
Well.
shopping.
Well, we met another Garen,
Yes.
not a copy of our own Garen, but another
Correct.
person named Garen,
Yes.
who turned out to be skeleton.
Drow!
He is the former leader of a Legion of Undead, now just living in a nice, quiet cabin in the woods with his daughter. And he told us a whole bunch of stuff about some undead legions, and he gave us the advice to go around the swamp through the mountains, and we did that. And we went to a village called Tabal, city, village, place.
Mhm.
And we bought some stuff, and that's where we left off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also
and
eat some
Garen
interesting
ate
food.
some,
Yeah.
not our Garen, not other Garen, ate some disgusting food.
There was something.
Lizard caviar and
Pig intestine,
pig intestines with some gross gravy.
spicy gravy.
There you go. Spicy gravy.
Yeah. In a little tavern called the Widowed Pig.
Yes.
All right. So, after staying the night in the Widowed Pig, you all got yourselves together, did a little bit of shopping. I think Garen got a crossbow, Mastercraft crossbow. There was talk about possibly going and taking Senna up to the mountaintop where there's a forge, the stone forge, and getting some stone armor bought and crafted, but the party decided against it. And after that, you guys got a few extra supplies for the animals, and then made your way down the main thoroughfare out to the other gate that leads to the other side of the mountain that heads towards your destination. Can anyone remember the name of the city that you were headed to?
I do believe if the order in my notes might be reversed, because I think you gave us a town we weren't supposed to know of first. But I believe we're going to Deshad or Daravesh.
Devarish.
One of those.
Devarish.
Devarish.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one of those two was the oops, I didn't mean to tell you that. Oh well, you know about it anyway now.
Whichever one is the second one in your notes.
Okay. Well, the second one on my note is the Shad, so.
There you go. All right. So, with the party heading to Deshad, it's bright and early. It's roughly about, I'd say it's roughly, with all the shopping and everything, 11:25 a.m. Just as the four of you and your animals, Nash included, make your way out of the large wooden palisade gate on the other side of the mountain, and you can see a well-maintained stone pathway that's roughly been carved out of the mountainside that begins to lead down and back into, I guess you would call it a valley? Would you call that a valley? I mean, it's the ocean on the other side of the land, but it's only a couple miles of land before you hit ocean. So, valley, sure.
There's probably a word for it.
Yeah, there's a word for it somewhere out there. But you are now standing on this path. What would you like to do? You can't actually see down into the valley at this point. You can only see the side of the mountain, and it goes for maybe a good 120 feet before it begins to slowly slope and curve down into the left, where you assume you will finally be able to see the valley itself.
I'm trying to remember what we were told, because we know we were avoiding the swamp right now, because the swamp was told this would be bad.
Yeah, you were specifically told that this was the best route. And there was this particular Day of the Dead that was going on when you guys left Garen's house, the other Garen, Skeletal Garen's house. So it was even better for you to take this path.
We left Scaren's house, gotcha.
Yeah, Scaren. There you go.
Follow
I
the
mean,
path.
first, if we follow the path, considering we've been jumped by bony people once, I'd say Dash is keeping his eyes very peeled for further ambushes.
Okay. Go ahead and, those of you who want to keep watch out, go ahead and make perception checks. I don't need a survival check from Dash yet. But for those of you
We're
keeping
on a
your eyes
path.
out, as one eye goes left and the other eye goes right, what do you see?
Ooh, nice.
Oh, very nice. Dash with the natural 20.
Full chameleon, just
Yep.
eyes every direction.
All right, so that means that Dash is going to be the only one who sees it. So Dash, as you are looking around, scanning for any threats, as you leave the Palisade Gate, you all begin to make your way through down the trail to begin heading down into the valley. And about 20 feet past the gates, you can see a good 200 to 300 feet. You're not sure of the exact distance. On one of the other mountain tops, you see a familiar flash of blue scale and light that zips from one peak of the mountain to another. Other than that, it looks to be all clear, except for the occasional skittering of a small lizard here, or a spider crawling over a spider, or a spider crawling over a rock there.
Alright, well, yeah, these mountaintops are a good distance away.
Yeah, they're pretty well spaced out.
And Flash of Blue, because it's been so long, remind me, is that the Flash of Blue from when we left eastward, and there was things moving in the mountains in the distance that way? Or
Yeah, when you first left Windgrove, and you made your way to the Tenu City, without really knowing that you were heading to the Tenu City on that exact route,
yeah,
you saw a flash of scaly blue in the mountains as well.
are these mountain ranges connected?
They are. This is the same mountain
Okay.
range. Instead of going...
So we
yeah.
might have another mountain dragon within the region. Gotcha.
There's a possibility. It could also be a number of other, dragon-like creatures. Dragonoids.
Dragon adjacent.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, if they're a good distance away, Dash will keep his eyes on it. But I don't think, with the exception of whatever weird shit went on in the Golden City, I don't think anything around here has sniper rifles, so we shouldn't be
Nope.
worried yet.
No, there's not going to be a wave of green energy bolts flying towards you. It doesn't look like anytime soon.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Dash will just keep his senses keen as we make ourselves down the pathway.
In fact, I would say you guys are pretty confident in the knowledge that, from what you've seen so far on the outskirts of the desert, which Windgrove and the Tenu sit on, once you hit Tenu and forward into the desert, firearms are a thing. Before that, it seems like they're sparse as fuck or non-existent. It's kind of weird.
Gotcha.
Do you tell
All
us
right,
that,
well-
that you saw the blue flash, or do you just keep it to yourself?
I mean, for the moment, it's not seemingly a threat, so Dash doesn't feel the need to worry everyone with telling them, hey, there's something big way over there.
Okay.
For now,
So you guys
we're
continue
fine.
forward.
Nothing's happening.
And just as you guys begin to hit the portion of the path where it begins to slope down into the valley, you guys begin to get a view of the forestry in the valley below. Or you would, if it wasn't all covered in a giant white mist that you can't see through at all. This
Sasha
mist-
hates that mist.
No, it's different actually.
Oh,
This mist
she
is
probably hates this
completely
one, too.
stark white, and it stretches all the way to ocean where it becomes that normal dark grayish brown that you see that always hovers over the ocean for some reason.
It links to the ocean?
It flows all the way to the ocean and then changes color as soon as it hits the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, it's what we call
weird.
natural phenomena.
Oh,
And
don't
it's
like
maybe
it.
a good. So there's, by your estimate, a good 400-foot drop in this pathway down into the valley itself, and about 200 feet up is where the beginning of the white mist is. You can't see a tree for miles.
Gotcha. All right.
Would
Well-
Desh like to make me a survival check to see if he can spot where the city should theoretically be from what you've been told?
Hey, Dash, let me give you
In
some
theory.
inspiring words to inspire you before you look around and try to figure this out. Bardic inspiration.
All right. Inspire my eyes. It's a D6 or D8 now?
I can never remember what level I am.
I think it's a.
I am only a 4th level bard, so it's a
Okay, D6.
D6. Yes.
Okay. So survival. The extra
You
D6.
don't need it.
My lizardy eyes. 20.
Okay. So you take the information that you've been given from the rough map that you guys were given, from the accounts of Skeleton Garen, and from in general taking the distance of Windgrove and then taking the distance from exactly where they said it was and going, it should be exactly right there, and you look out and you see nothing but white. No spires peek up, no stone anywhere. And the reason this is really important is from what all of you have been led to believe, most of the cities that were built by the wizards when they came here the first time had a roughly similar layout. And all of them featured a citadel that was higher than the main city itself.
And we don't see
Well,
that.
that's not worrying at
You
all.
do not see a citadel. You don't see the walls
Great.
of the citadel or the very tippy peak of the roof that you would normally see at this height if you were looking at Windgrove. Do you continue forward into the mist?
Like this.
It's not see it.
It's kind of spooky.
Well, spooky or no, must continue heading north if I am to find my leads.
You know if that mist is like magical?
Do you have detect magic?
No.
I'm
I
pretty
can
sure
an
I do.
Arcana check.
Do I
I
have
don't
detect
have that.
magic?
I don't know. I don't see your spell list. Do you?
I believe you
I'm
do
looking.
have detect magic. It's just whether or not you have it ready or not.
I do not.
Okay. So yeah.
Can I
No
do an
idea.
Arcana check?
You could do an Arcana check if you had an object in front of you, not an entire area.
Okay, so let's get to it. Lead the way, Dash.
Dash leads the way.
Okay.
Oh,
Down
wait, no,
into-
I lied. I have Detect Magic. It's the last one on the list. I was looking up higher.
It's
It's a level
prepared.
1 spell. I have Detect Magic. I can take 10 minutes and cast it as a ritual, or I can just
Alright.
cast it. We got 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I'll do
we
that.
haven't been hit by anything.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and descend down the trail and get within range of the mist, and you watch as Senna goes ahead and sits down and sets herself up for a ritual casting of Detect Magic. What would this non-hostile environment ritual casting look like for Senna?
I don't like that that's a script about it.
What?
I don't like that we just finds it as non-hostile.
I would just walk up to where I know I'm close enough, sit down crisscross applesauce, and hold my instrument, my musical instrument, while I concentrate on the spell and
Okay.
cast it.
All right. So, the 10 minutes goes by. The cast goes off. And you do get a ping of magic, but it's not the mist. It's an object that is moving at rapid pace that you barely detect for about maybe a second and a half further into the mist.
What kind of magic is it?
You concentrate on it, and it looks to be necrotic. Or necromancy,
gross.
I should say.
All right, I will obviously share this with the group. Is it moving
Away.
toward us? Away from us.
Great. More dead thing.
I mean, we kind of expected it, right?
No, I didn't expect it.
We've seen it before.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd
there's
like
at
to
least one.
avoid- I'd like to avoid dead things. Dead things are bad. Dead things kicked our ass last time. Let's go.
All right. So, you guys get your things together, and you continue on into the mist. How close are you guys staying into each other as you're entering it?
I
I'm only
mean,
standing
I'd
5
say
feet away. I'm
be
like,
very close so we don't lose each other in it.
Okay, very close. You're keeping a tight formation. Good. So, the first to enter.
As Aaron
naturally-
preps the fireball casters.
What? No. As you guys enter, Desh being the first. And who wants to be at the back of this group?
I'll take up the back.
Okay. So from Senna's perspective, you watch as Desh and Nash poof out of existence as they go through the mist, and you slowly watch as Nash's tail disappears as well. And then we'll say Garen and Sasha right next to each other, just behind, step into it and once again disappear out of existence. And you step through the mist, and all of you are immediately overcome with extreme heat as your suits whirl to action, cutting on the AC. As you quickly find out, this is not mist; it's steam.
Oh, dang.
Oh, we couldn't feel that stepping up to it?
No, it's weird. It was nice and cool before you stepped into it.
Seems odd.
But it's so thick that I need all of you to make a perception check to see one another.
Oh, boy.
boy.
Couldn't we just back up?
Oh, I don't know why
you
that
could.
rolled twice.
Well, Darren is going to start backing up and probably hit into Senna.
My eyes.
It's not hurting our animals, is it?
No,
Move,
no.
Senna.
Timo can't die.
Get out of here.
So,
Move back.
Desh,
That work.
the only thing Desh can see is the scaled slight back of Nash just under his legs. That's it. Everything past that is just white smokiness. For Cinna, taking your first perception check, you can barely make out the outline of Sasha and Garen, and then suddenly Garen gets much closer as you're able to make out more and more of him as he backs into you. Garen, you're able to make out the full group, luckily, as you can make out everyone's rough outlines in the smoky white. And then Sasha, you can just barely make out like a darker spot of mist or steamy mist in front of you that you assume, because it's so large, must be the rump of one known as Nash.
He's a big boy.
Think maybe we should all hold hands or hold onto a rope or something in here so we can stay together.
I vote rope.
Oh, you don't want to hold my hand?
I would say
Oh,
possibly
good.
grasping
I'll pass
hand
a
would be
rope.
better.
I'll grab a rope and pass it up so it can stretch up the group. And
Okay.
So sets up when we're tied together and can't break apart when the AoE comes.
we're holding the rope. We're not tied together.
All right, so you get out a length of rope and you all take a grasp of it and make sure everybody has a grasp of the rope before continuing forward. And I need the survival check from Desh.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ooh.
God. God.
Walking through steam isn't natural.
Nope. So you guys continue forth through the steamy white for hours. And
Dash,
hours.
do you know where we're going?
And hours. And hours.
It is thick, white, hot smoke. I not see.
I'm gonna try a survival check.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, that's just as good.
I love
Worse.
that you both rolled a natural 20 with advantage,
Oh,
but both of your first rolls were absolute dog shit.
That was how you really feel, Aaron.
I'll go right into something and die. I swear.
Okay. So, you reach the 8th hour of travel.
Oh.
You haven't seen a tree. You've just heard the crunch of stone underneath.
I'm tired. This is weird. We've been walking around forever. We need to stop.
Actually, we've been sitting around forever.
and make camp or something. We need to figure out what the hell. And I need to pray.
Can
'Cause
we
I'm
see
freaked
the
out.
ground?
Do you want to get off your mount?
No.
Then no.
Okay. Has anything like changed in the have we gone up or down or gone around any?
You felt
rocks or
yourself
hills or
going
anything?
down and then eventually flattening out.
Okay.
That's about it. Just been white mist in that rope for
Trying to
8
find
hours.
a good place to camp. I attempt.
So you're cutting in and out when you're trying to talk, Sam Mama.
Can I attempt to find a good place to camp?
Sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Since I know you're looking around, I'll give you a little inspiration.
Okay. So, with a 20 investigation, you manage to find a spot that is still all white, and steamy. But something within you tells you it's a decent spot to lay down in.
Okay. This is a good place to camp, guys. I'm certain of it. Let's just set up our tents,
Okay.
and in the tents we will be able to see. And because our tents are invisible to the outside, people won't be able to see us, and we can figure out where we go from here.
Sounds good. I bet our complexions are just gleaming right now. The steam opened our pores, and we all look great.
Suits,
Oh, that's right.
so we're not being
I
steamed.
mean,
No, your faces are being
I think-
steamed. You don't
Yeah.
have on helmets.
We got a free facial.
Okay, so I'm gonna get down off my horse and I'm gonna start setting up camp.
Okay, would you like to try and tie up the horse, or are you just going to leave it standing there?
No, I'm going to hold on to the reins until I can find a spot where I can tie it down to like a something where don't we have enough tents to put the horses in the tents?
You can, yes.
Yeah, we bought.
So-
You
tents
bought
for
a
every
tent specifically for animals only.
creature.
Yeah, so I'll put my horse in the animal tent.
Okay. As you guys are pitting down the tents, you do have dirt underneath you now. Although, oh, there it was, the famous trap!
Yeah,
She'll
we
be
wait.
back, folks. There she is. Just gotta wait for her to
She
turn
is.
on her camera. It still happened, despite all the new equipment.
Despite it
Alright.
all.
Let's play the three for this, and it didn't happen once.
Let's see if
It's
I can
okay.
play with the server.
Yeah,
Change
I'm
it from
thinking
US
maybe
Central
it's
to
the
maybe
server.
US East. Let's see if that does anything. All right. So,
Server.
there we go. You guys set up your camp. Oh, what I was going to say was the dirt's not actually brown. It's completely pitch black as you
Ooh.
dig through it and set up the pittons and things like that.
Is it like? Does it feel normal, or is it like
it does.
a
It's
volcanic
just black.
ash, or?
And what grass you do see is also black.
Oh. Okay.
I think something here has exploded.
Is it like ash? Or is it just thick?
It's definitely not ash. It just feels dead.
Do we smell anything weird?
Yeah, like dead grass, dead burnt, you know.
Funnily enough, all you can smell is the steam. It's kind of overpowering your nostrils. So you feel, you smell like that crisp. Echo. Hello. You smell crisp echo, apparently. No. You smell like that crisp, like water going into your nostrils constantly. Feel, you know, it's kind of weird, and it's kind of blurring out any other smells unless you get like really, really close to the dirt. And if you put your face down there, you can just barely smell it. It smells fresh.
I have a 1 in nature. Can I try to figure out what's going on with the ground?
You have a 1 in nature.
+1, I think she
Oh,
means.
you have a
Plus one.
+1. You can roll me a nature check, sure.
In theory, you could roll one if you had a -1.
Yeah. You can roll a nature check
Nope.
anytime. Well, with a 3, you don't fucking know.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just getting all the bad rolls out of the way.
Fire, no fire.
Fire!
What do you think, guys?
All right, fire it is.
Okay, let's cook.
If it's been burnt, it's already not ignitable again.
You know, we can cook inside of our tents, right? So it's not like somebody can see the fire from the outside because the tent is invisible to the outside. Right?
Yeah.
What I thought you were doing.
I mean, if it weren't for the steam, they would be able to see the smoke coming out of the tent. And they might still be able to, because the smoke would be like a grayish white, whereas steam is just white.
Right.
But yeah. You guys
So,
go ahead and set up.
Garen,
get
what
the
are we
fire
having for
going.
dinner?
What'd you bring?
Oh. I pull out the bag of holding and show him just the normal stuff we have, and ask him what he's cooking.
Okay, so I'll cook it.
Sound effects on this music track unnerve me.
It's weird because I can hear like it sounds like there is every once in a while the crackle from a fire.
Yes.
So
As you have
kinda
a
weird.
fire going, this is appropriate.
So what do we do now? I mean, Desh, where does your heart tell you we should be going?
I mean, if I think about it, do I get anything?
North.
It lies north.
No real inspiration. Yeah. I got it. North.
It's just how the spell works at this range. Sorry.
I'm gonna, after I have my dinner, I'm going to sit in the corner and try to do another ritual and pray for guidance.
Okay. Make a religion check.
As far as I know, you said it's been 8 hours, right?
Yes.
So that is actually a day in D&D, right?
In D&D, that's the equivalent of a long rest, but that's not a day.
Can I use my inspiration, please?
You don't have to ask me to use your inspiration. It's your inspiration.
Yeah, you still have it.
So 1d6.
Yep.
There you go, 16. Okay.
Anything?
Nope.
I meditate and try to concentrate. Staring.
All right. You do that. How long you want to do that?
45 minutes.
Okay. 45 minutes go by. What are the rest of you doing?
Can
After
we even
dinner,
see anything right now?
Nope.
probably
You
rest,
can see inside
right?
the tent.
I'll go feed the animals and brush down the horses or whatever you do to horses after you ride them. I don't know. Timo doesn't need any of that special treatment, but
Nah, he's
I
got
will.
himself.
I'll feed all the animals. Well, I don't know if Nash will let me feed him, but I'll feed the rest of them.
I think Nash is willing to let you feed him as long as you
Okay.
don't put your hand too close to his mouth.
I will feed Nash with a stick. I mean, I won't feed a stick to him. I will put the meat on the end of the stick.
Yes, please do not feed my animal wood.
I'm just trying to keep my fingers out of the way. I love
Okay.
Nash.
So you give Nash
You
a
could also
kebab.
just ask Desh to, feed him for you.
Well, I was going in there anyways. Might as well feed them all.
Yeah. All right. When you get the feeding of the animals done, you have a relatively normal, bland dinner. One of you prays.
I guess
And
we
that's
should
it.
set a watch and have a rest.
I guess so. I'll take first watch. Yeah.
Take second.
Okay.
I'll take third.
So perception.
Yep. Go ahead and give me your first perception check. All right. It's
Guess
a
I've
steamy wonderland.
adjusted a little bit.
By the way, are you sitting inside of the tent and looking out, or are you actually outside the tents doing your watch?
I'm well, not standing, but sitting out right outside of the tent, right up against it.
Okay. So you do that. It's a steamy wonderland. You can't make out jack shit except for the tents. And...
You can make out the tents,
Huh?
even though the tents are invisible. I can clearly make them out.
No, you... What I mean is, you can make out the one that you're sitting next to.
Okay.
Other than that, you know where the location of the other ones are. You can see the, like, outline of the pitten, where the pittons are, so you know where they are. Someone else probably wouldn't have no clue that they're about to walk over a tent if they walked into it, you know? But you, putting it up, you know where it is. But nothing goes on. Your watch goes uneventfully. Who's up next?
See the sky?
I am.
Can you see what?
The sky?
Fuck no.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Alright. You go to sleep. Second person comes up. Go ahead and give me a perception. 15, alright. During your watch, you want to do anything special?
No, I mean, I'm sure I would make a few rounds around the tent. I wouldn't just sit there. But, yeah, no,
Okay.
I mean, I'll just watch and look and listen
How
and smell.
far
and-
away from the tents do you go?
I can't imagine I would wander far. I would probably just, like, follow the stakes on the ground one by one to go in a circle around it.
Okay, gotcha. Now that it's gotten darker, you are able to make out a bit more of the ground beneath you. And you can see the ground is covered in like thick layers of like the normal dead leaves, but they're also all discolored in black.
If I pick some up and look underneath, are they black everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
No signs of wildlife. You haven't seen a tree yet.
But there are leaves?
Mhm.
Weird.
You can hear the sound of trees off in the distance. All around you, in fact.
But the whole time we were walking, we didn't
You haven't seen a
see
damn tree.
or run into a
at
tree
all.
or a branch
Nope.
or... Curious.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, your watch goes by, uneventful.
All right, I will go wake up Dash and report to him the nothing that I saw, and go to sleep.
Okay. Dash, you're up. You're awake. Do you want to wake up Nash as well for this watch?
Yeah. I mean, we'll be a watch dynamic duo.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check. Go ahead and give yourself advantage as a Nash.
Advantage.
Okay.
Whoa.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter either way. You don't see anything living. You don't hear anything living. You just hear the swish of trees, the steamy white all around, and the dark, dead-looking grass underneath for hours. And eventually, when the end of your watch comes, you can tell it's beginning to become day again, and you can watch as the coloration of the steam, changes to that hue where it's a lot brighter, and you can see less now than you could when it was darker.
If I were to say examining like all the grass and stuff like that, like it's all blackened, like you said. Is there a way I could like inspect it and like, is it dead or is it still living?
Give me an example of how you want to go about inspecting this. Like, what are your
Well,
methods?
if it's like well, if it's leaves and if they're like freshly fallen off of a living tree, I imagine they're still malleable. If they were dead leaves, they probably give crunch to them and that sort of thing. If the grass feels like they might have some morning dew or some life to it, or if it's also just scraggly and like how normally like brown grass would feel, as opposed to like the usual green grass.
So you go ahead and begin doing these few little tests on the leaves and grass. Some of the leaves do crumble and break apart instantly the moment you touch them, but some of them are malleable. And then when you go to the grass, it doesn't feel like dead grass. It feels like fresh, flattened black grass with morning dew because it's steamy.
All right. When I come back, my claws are just usual grayscales. I'll get black.
Nothing has changed on you. You're totally fine. What'd you get again? 25?
For my perception, yeah.
So, as you begin making your way back to the tent to go back inside, you hear off in the distance, and it sounds like an acorn dropped and hit the roots of a tree. But you look off in that direction, and you don't see a tree. It sounds like it was maybe only 25 feet away.
I get some rope. I have Nash gingerly bite it so he doesn't just cut through the rope. And not taking my eyes off the direction I heard, parsing out only 30 feet, I am going to walk towards the sound I heard.
Okay.
Holding onto the rope the whole time, so I have my anchor back to the camp.
Okay. You begin walking out the 25 feet to where you heard the acorn drop. And as you get there, you find the acorn on the ground. Just sitting there. It's fresh. It's not blackened. And you don't see a tree. But you do feel and hear the sounds of some twigs breaking underneath you. From what looks like, twigs that broke off of the branch of a tree. And they look fresh.
Any signs of roots?
Nope. It's just flat ground.
Alright, so holding onto that rope, I want to take out one of my daggers and just kind of dig into the ground a bit. This acorn hit something wooden.
Okay. So you dig into the ground, and it's just soft dirt underneath. How far down do you want to go?
I'd say maybe up to like half a foot down, I'd probably stop.
Okay. You make the half a foot. It takes you a little bit, but eventually, just nothing. No sign of a root system. No wood. No worms. No small insects at all that you see in the dirt. Nothing.
I got 50 feet of rope. I give a Nash one end. I've gone about 30 feet. With the 20 feet I have left over, I want to tie it to a sheath dagger, so there's no blade exposed or anything like that. And if Acorn didn't hit anything on the ground, Desh wants to, with an impromptu grappling hook almost, lob the dagger rope up in the air, see if I hook onto something above the steam.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check, including your proficiency bonus. Or make an attack roll with the dagger. Either or.
Like a melee attack roll?
A ranged attack.
Okay, because then my archery skill would help with that.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll my dagger toss. My sheet is going so slow. Click it. Come on. Roll it.
28. Yeah, so it goes into the steam and eventually here.
So like it sounds like it hit wood and then like the blade stuck in something.
At the end, there were some weird sounds in between.
Is like the rope still stuck in the air?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm the last watch, so I'm sure everyone else got their rest in. Desh would they call out, "I think I found something."
Okay. The rest of you can barely make out the sound of his voice echoing through the inside of the tent as you tiredly all begin to wake up. You don't actually have exhaustion or anything, it's just you're waking up. Sometimes you're groggy.
Okay. I'm going to go try to see where he was shouting from.
Okay. As
Well,
you
Nash
step out
is
of the side of
on
the
the
tent, you see Nash with a rope in his mouth. And the rope just goes off in the direction of roughly northwest. Or sorry, northeast.
Follow the rest.
Okay. You follow the rope, and eventually you come upon one Desh. I almost said Nesh.
Our powers combined.
What about the rest
I
of you?
think I found something. And pointing to the rope that goes up in the air, and without Desh holding onto it, just stucks there.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Heard sounds like acorn striking wood. No wood on the ground. Acorn hit something. Think found what acorn hit.
Yellow. Roku?
I mean, that was a horrible roll of the R. I don't think he's going to answer that one.
Roku. Don't. I would not pull on it though. It is only a dagger stuck in whatever is up there.
Hey, buddy, you out there?
Nothing.
How much can I follow the rope without touching it or tugging on it?
It was 20 feet in total, right?
20 feet left over. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can get about 15 feet from where Desh is standing before it's like disappears upwards into the steam.
I take my hands and try to feel.
How
to see
tall
if
are
it-
you?
She's part of the short squad. The only tall person here is Senna.
Ye-
Yeah.
Yeah, you reach up, you're
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm kind of short. I'm like, I think 3'9".
You don't feel jack shit.
Yeah. I'm 3'9".
So she's
You wear leather armor, correct?
reaching up.
Yeah, if they
Have-
arrive.
Okay. So as you hear, or as you see, your companion Sasha disappear into the steam, following your rope, you hear the light creak of leather as she reaches her arms up.
I have like a it's like a special type of armor. It's a hold on, I'm looking for it. Scallop armor. I have scallop armor.
Oh, you have the scallop armor. Okay, you don't hear the creak of leather. Instead, you hear like the almost like seashells lightly clicking together as she stretches up. Okay. What are the other two of you doing?
I mean, I figured I would just wait until they report back unless they call me for
Okay.
something.
So you're
I'll prepare
you're putting back on your armor. You're
Mhm.
you're making sure the fire's good, and you're taking out the morning.
If you
rations.
two are awake, we have found something strange about the steam. Or what might be above the steam.
There's nothing there, just reaching forward.
Not with your
even?
short ass.
Okay. Then I'll go out there, find Nash, follow the rope,
Okay.
reach my hands up. I'm 5'11".
Yeah, no, you're too short.
I have a grappling hook.
You do, but you're not doing
Yeah.
anything with it.
I will stand back and
Okay.
toss it up at an angle, like not straight up in the air.
All right, give me a ranged attack roll.
Okay. I'm gonna rangely attack this tree. I'm gonna attack it. Let's see.
In my mind, I'm
Guiding
going
bolt. I'll just
straight to like
roll a
weird
guiding bolt.
walking
15.
tree through it.
15. So you toss out the grappling hook and you're here.
Can you give us a point of reference of what means?
Just a wet, meaty sound.
Ew.
Yes, like a spit sound.
Does
Does
the
it
rope feel
grab
firm?
something?
You tug on it?
hmm
Yeah, it's firm. It's definitely attached to something.
I'm gonna climb the rope.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Do you want to do that?
What classification of armor are you wearing?
I have
I have a breastplate, I believe.
Is it
Yes.
heavy or medium?
Medium.
Oh, yeah, medium.
Okay, medium. You're fine.
Okay.
arachnid
Um,
cloak that allows me to scale things. So
Oh, why don't you climb the rope?
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Are you going to climb the rope with your feet?
Use your hands.
Because you can do that. I'm just asking because I want to know if your hands are going to be free.
yeah.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I have my arachnid cloak, I don't have to hold on to the.
Right.
So just as long as you hold on to that end,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna climb with my feet and my hands will be free.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't let go.
So you're not wearing boots or anything?
The elven boots.
It,
on.
it doesn't matter if she's wearing armor or not. She'll still be able to
It's
walk
my
up it.
cloak.
Oh wow.
Cloak too. My cloak is magical.
yeah.
So.
So you begin walking up the rope, and it's a full length rope, right?
Do I see anything?
Real quick, it's
As I'm
full
walking?
full 50. Okay.
Yeah.
So you start walking up, and 20 feet up, you see a knife stuck in midair,
Does-
tied to a rope. Your rope keeps going up.
Can I touch anything? Do I keep touch?
You can touch the
Is there
knife.
anything-
If you try and touch what's holding on to or what the knife is attached to, nothing.
I yell that down. I keep going.
Okay, you keep on going up. You reach the top. You can see the grappling has like gone around something just barely, and then like hooked onto something underneath. And you see like a splinter of wood right on the hook of it, where it dug in as she tightened it. No tree.
Can I reach up and try to touch to see if there's anything there?
Nothing.
Nothing. Even near the splinter of wood. Nothing.
Nothing. You can feel the splinter.
This is
See anything
so
up there?
weird. I explain to them what I see.
Okay. She sees a floating grappling hook and a floating dagger.
It's so weird.
Okay, I have a 120-foot rope of climbing. I'm gonna tell that to go straight up, following my rope, to see if maybe if she climbs up higher, she can see over the top of the steam. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
You don't have to be.
climb up the rope of climbing.
You don't have to be attuned to that to use it, correct?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to, this is, you know what, I'm not going to give you that idea. Anyways, you watch as the rope goes up, and when it reaches the 50-foot mark, you know, Sasha, you can see the nose of I guess you would call it the tip of a rope pop through the
Okay.
steam and come into your vision as it continues to go up. And it goes through where the branch or tree or whatever the knife would be stuck in. It goes right through that area.
It just keeps going
Just
up.
keeps
so
going up.
I'm gonna walk up it.
And then eventually it goes taut on Senna's end. And do you transfer over? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, you transfer over and you start walking up it. You get 125 feet off the ground and you're up there and it's steamy all around.
There's nothing there.
Nope.
And I reach out and there's nothing there.
Nope.
I yell down, whatever this is, it must be magical. Can I do an Arcana check?
I can cast Detect Magic again.
You can do an Arcana check on an object. You could do that on the rope, but the rope's magical. Not on an area effect like this, if it is one.
Somewhere nearby, there was just an asshole wizard with popcorn laughing his ass off.
Yeah, the asshole wizard's called a DM.
I mean, are we in a different plane? Are the trees in a different plane from us? But not completely? This is all very strange.
Okay, I give up. I come down.
Okay.
I unhook his knife first, so his knife goes down. And
Oh, you go to tug on the knife, it doesn't come out. It's just sitting there.
I can't get it out?
Nope.
Even if I'm trying really hard?
Give me a strength check.
Strength.
Oh.
9. No. Doesn't move an inch.
Okay, since I'm using the magical rope and I'm trying to make it go down with me, I'll touch where her grappling hook has gone around something and see if I can feel anything around the grappling hook.
No.
Can I undo the grappling hook?
Maybe a strength check.
This is some shenanigans.
Nope. Once again, you struggle uselessly against the grappling hook to unhook it.
What? Fuck!
You guys hear, what the fuck? Above you.
I'll just go down.
Okay.
And I explained to them I can't seem to get the knife free or the grappling hook off, but I try to touch it, there's nothing there. I don't understand. I don't understand what you found. I'm gonna go fucking eat breakfast. I go back in the tent.
Dish wants to first testing, hang from his rope, see if it supports his weight.
You watch as the knife comes out of the steam and slams into the dirt next to you.
All right. Well, I undo all that, get my dagger back. Desh wants to attempt to climb Santa's grappling hook.
Okay.
Well, the
Make me an
rope of
athletics
climbing
check.
is still there,
Yeah,
and
gave
it
the
has
bastard
knots
a-
in it. It should be easier to climb, right?
Okay, rope of climbing up around Senna's grappling hook.
Okay. Athletics check. Unless you have a climbing speed.
I don't.
Or
Like-
you can go half speed to just go up it.
I'll go half speed just to go up it. We're not
Okay.
pressed for time right now.
Yeah. If you were in combat, you wouldn't have this option. So yeah, you just slowly begin climbing up the rope of climbing.
All right.
Do you want to get up to? You want to get up to the grappling hook where it is? Yeah.
To about where the grappling hook is.
Okay. You go up, and eventually, as you get 50 foot up, you see where it's like half looped around what would be a branch and stuck into that branch with a little bit of splinter, but there's no branch.
Desh wants to take out one of his arrows and experimenting here. With the first arrow, like put it out over a top where the branch would be, and let it go. See if it just phases through or it hits something.
Okay. You hear it hit something wooden below you as it disappears into the steam. And then eventually, Cinna and Garen watch as an arrow clinks onto the dirt below.
So it goes through where the grappling hook is, but hits something out of sight in the steam.
Yes. Out of sight of both groups.
Desh wants to close his eyes and then kind of feel out where the grappling hook is.
Okay. You feel out nothing. Sorry.
Okay,
Hey, Dash, try to
It was a
get my
good
grappling
thought.
hook.
I'll admit, it was a really good thought, but that's unfortunately not how this works. Like, I love the enthusiasm on the thought.
I mean,
God, this is exactly like an SCP episode. You guys are Class D personnel trying to figure this shit out.
yeah, how long till we fucking die?
That's the fun
That's what
part.
happens to D-Class.
Yeah. By the way, I've been watching a lot of SCP recently, so this is a fun episode for me.
Good to know. Alright. So... I'll try and get the grappling hook undone.
All right. Go ahead and make me a strength check.
That is not going to go well.
The scrawniest of the group. You feel as the grappling hook unleashes, and you got it.
So it unleashes, like I undo it normally, or is it like I
No,
get
it
hold
just
of it, I
suddenly,
pull hard
like,
enough?
you pull hard enough, and then suddenly the rope goes slack.
Okay. Because in my fucking mind right now, we're dealing with shit where it's like, if it's not within human line of sight, suddenly it's solid. And if enough human interaction happens, suddenly it becomes ghostly. I forget how the rope of climbing. It anchors itself to a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sticks up in the air if there's nothing to
Right.
tie it onto.
And the grappling hook is about how high off the ground.
The grappling hook is exactly 50 feet.
Okay. Desh, with the magic securing it, so hopefully this doesn't backfire on me, but Desh wants to start to swing on the rope a bit, see if I feel like the rope impacts things below me.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, so you begin to swing it and try your best to use your vibration sensor in your hand to kind of tell if it taps into anything. Sure enough, as you're swinging it, you can feel, like, what should be the trunk of a tree.
So there's a trunk I'm feeling. About how far from where I am is the trunk?
The trunk is about 8 feet below you, is where you begin to feel it. And it travels all the way down, you feel from where you are, the rope, until you get to the last 10 feet, where it feels loose again.
Okay, so we're pretty close to what it feels like where this rope is. It's pretty close to the trunk. Alright.
So can you, DM, remind me, what are these people trying to do? Climb up a rope?
Pay attention!
Is that all?
Garen,
We're
why don't
trying to
you
figure
ask?
out why we can't
Why
feel the
why
tree
don't you
with
go
our
out
hands.
and ask what your party members are attempting to
Yeah,
experiment and accomplish?
Mr. Sleeping in the tent, not know what anything's going on.
What do I see as I come out of the tent?
As you come out of the tent, you can see one Nash holding onto a rope in his teeth as Sasha walks grumpily into the tent.
Okay, so I'll ask Sasha, what's going on out there?
It's so weird. It's like there are invisible trees in the sky, and I tried to figure out where one was. I mean,
You confused me by saying there's invisible trees in the sky.
there's invisible
how can you
fucking
see
trees. Let's go out
invisible
there. Just go out
trees?
there. Just go. I'm
I
gonna keep
don't
on going.
understand.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
I'm invisible. You can't see me. I'm sorry. You're not talking to me because you don't hear me.
Garen, you're so
Yes,
full of shit.
you're.
And you
Yes.
just go
Okay.
outside and you can
I'll walk
stare at
outside as I'm trying to comprehend what she's saying.
Okay.
and
So
I'm mumbling in the background, going, "I'm so
Oh,
frustrated.
I
I
hit an
just wanna
invisible wall. Oh, look
find you
at.
so
No,
funny.
it's
You're
an invisible
funny.
elephant. Oh,
You're so funny,
Garen.
Garen. You're so funny.
Garen, as you're doing that, eventually you come into view of Senna. What's Senna doing down there right now?
I was just considering I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and send it up
Ooh.
at an angle toward where logically the tree should be, according to where the rope is hanging.
Ooh. Interesting. I had not accounted for
I don't
such
like
a
that.
consideration.
Uh-oh.
Sam.
I
What's
don't
going
like
on?
that. Interesting, Aaron. I do not like how you're saying that.
Okay. Good. Would you like to explain to the lovely people how Mage Hand works? Go ahead and cast it, please, as well, so they can see it up on
Oh,
the
yeah. I'll
roll
do
20
that.
thing.
Okay. Cast. It's an invisible spectral hand that appears and floats up to 30 feet away from me, and it can touch things.
and only you can see it, right?
Yeah, the hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you. Or if you cast the spell again. And you can use your action to control the hand, and you can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out of a vial. You can move the hand up to 30 feet each time you use it, and the hand cannot attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds.
I'm assuming it's
Unfortunately,
a medium-sized hand, person's hand.
yeah, it's essentially like a copy of her hand, but ghostly. Unless you
Okay.
want it to look like something else.
No, I want it to look like my beautiful half-elf
Okay,
hand.
yeah. All right. So you see that appear before you, and you just want to send it out.
Yeah, like sort of upwards at an angle toward where it would make sense that the tree trunk is,
Okay.
because there are two ropes hanging down.
So you send it out, and when it goes out of sight, it like sends a mental message back to you. Can't go any further.
I'm gonna
running
have it
into
knock,
something.
knock, knock. Okay, so my mage hand can touch this.
All right.
All
I
right.
shouldn't have done that. The dog heard that and thought it was the front door. Oh shit.
That's our chance.
Okay, well, I'll explain the situation to Garen, since he asked. Their knife got stuck in something, grappling hook got stuck in something, we saw some splinters of wood. Ain't no tree there that we can see or feel with our hands, but my mage hand can touch it. My
And when
mage
I look
hand
up-
can touch it.
I can look. It's like straight up in the sky. There's not a cliff or a wall
you just
or
see
anything
a rope
nearby.
that goes out and disappears into the steam from where you are if
Um,
you're standing next to Senegaren.
Oh, it's like straight across from us, or
So it's
above
like
us?
up and at an angle, as if it's going up towards something, but the steam, unfortunately, the vision level between you and where it actually landed is like the steam's too thick, so you can't see anything but Senna, like the outline of Senna, or if you're really close, like Senna herself, and then just like the thick braided rope of both ropes going up into the steam, and then eventually disappearing in the nothingness in front of
and
you.
then somewhere on that rope, Gesh has disappeared. Or
Yeah, somewhere on one of those ropes is Dash, and the other one's the grappling hook, which is loose right now from your view.
If I have my mage hand like flatten against the tree and slide down it back toward me, I want to
Okay.
see what it feels. Or
Do you
okay.
want to have it like slide down and keep going forward as best it can?
yes,
Okay, so you begin doing that, and right when it would come into vision, it starts going forward again until it hits that 30 foot mark.
Well, I have a destructive idea. let's say we give that mage hand a torch and just let it go on up.
I mean, maybe you should get out of the tree first.
I'm just saying, if this thing is only, maybe if it's on fire, we can see it.
We'll at least be able to see where the fire isn't.
Yeah. And the problem is, because I'm trying to double check this. You did say that ostensibly through medieval GPSing, word of mouth, we're about where we're supposed to be where the city is, right?
Not yet. You're
Okay, so we're just fucking around here, even though we should probably keep going.
correct. You're not at the city yet. Like if you do your calculations with how long you've been traveling in the direction that you think the city is in, from where you were in the mountain, you're with 8 hours of travel, you're a third of the way to the city.
And when we were coming down, like we saw just a massive fog cloud, or like it's like a little section is foggy.
You just saw it for miles in all directions.
Okay, so ostensibly, we're dealing with like a weird cursed forest, and if anything, we should just try to get our heading and just keep pushing through this, because clearly this is just a weird ghost forest.
Maybe.
Actually, hang on. Dash wants to start turning up the temperature in his suit, just trying to make it so he matches the surrounding temperature. Because my dagger's been out in this heat, it might have acclimated to this heat. Maybe if Dash is warm enough, he can suddenly touch things.
Okay.
It's a dumb idea, but it's the best I got right now.
It's an interesting idea. It's a very good hypothesis. You're a good little D class as you crank up the heat in your suit, and you begin sweating profusely over the next several minutes, trying to acclimate.
I'm fine.
To begin acclimating to the temperature of your steamy surroundings, which, by the way, has not shifted in temperature at all over the night. And eventually you get to where it feels like hot, but not scalding anymore.
All right, and I imagine I flail out trying to find like where the grappling hook is tied in, and nothing changes.
I'm sorry.
All right, turn it back up, down,
Okay.
make it livable.
You turn it down, and you get back to that cool temperature that you were at before, and oh boy, do you have the worst case of swamp tail.
It's fine.
Well,
Dash does
Senna,
not have high intelligence. Dash is not meant to solve these riddles.
I'm gonna pack my. What is it that we have? We have horses or mules? I forget.
You have horses, you have goats,
I have
you
a
have
goat.
mules.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
only one with the goat, right, Senna?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have a goat too.
No.
No, you two have horses. Senna has a goat. I have Nash.
Yeah. Senna, I'm gonna pack my horse up and get going out of this steamy steam. I don't like it much, and I don't know why you all are playing with ropes and mist and things. I think we should just go.
I mean, unless anybody can come up with any better idea, we might as well keep moving while we.
I mean,
do this.
the only
This
solution
can't
I
be the
have
only
right.
fake tree that's here, so.
Fake tree. Fake
I
news.
mean, the only other thing I can think of as an idea that honestly, thinking further on it, is completely stupid and accomplishes nothing was try and get a rope around like a trunk. We've lost her.
Yeah, she's back.
Try and get a rope around one of these things' trunks. Tie the rope to our mounts and see what happens if like we pull on the rope and then go look at the rope. Probably nothing. But
F-150 and gun it.
I don't know. At this point, I think we just best we get our headings and just get the fuck out of here because I'm out of useful ideas to try and understand this.
Sorry, is it too familiar for some people? Okay.
Uh,
All right. You want to try that?
I mean, I don't know if I can somehow. I mean, a trunk, I'm not going to get around it because the amount of effort I think I'd have to put into this would be incredibly long and stupid.
You could hook it up to Nash and use him as an F-150.
I mean, my idea right now is using arrows or daggers, like get my distance back and try and like get an idea of how wide the tree is, like throwing daggers and see where in the steam it hits. When they fall down, that's the tree. Put the rope on the ground around where the tree would be, leave and then pull on it. See if it appears magically then, which I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it does.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I purchased some chalk. I
Okay.
would like to crush up the chalk and toss it out where I think where the mage hand, just before where the mage hand kept going, where I think the
Okay.
end of the trunk is,
Okay.
and see if the chalk outlines something.
All right. How large of a piece of chalk is it?
I bought 10 pieces of chalk. I don't know how big a piece of chalk
They're
is.
about a
Probably
foot
like
each.
4
Like-
inches. So I'll
Not a
crush
foot,
up
but,
enough to get like a decent handful.
yeah. Okay. So you crush up like 2.
Yeah.
And get a nice powdery base in your hands, and like toss it out as best you can. And watch as it settles. Walk on over there, and you can see the outline of a tree, now covered in chalk. You can see like the grooves in the bark.
Now, what happens
Well,
if you
now, Dash,
put your
if you
hand
wanna
through the
put your
chalk?
rope around it. Yeah,
You
I'll try to
and
touch
put
it.
your. You try and put your hand through the chalk. Nothing.
If
So,
I
like, we
take
can't
a
just chalk
dagger
now?
out and stab it into the chalk, does it stab into something?
No.
If I
So
throw
if
a
we-
dagger at the chalk, just lightly.
But the question is, if we're doing like to the chalk, does that mean like we can't touch the chalk, or do we just like take away handprints from the floating
What
chalk?
happens to the chalk?
You would take away a handprint.
Okay.
Okay.
You just watch as a handprint would form in it, and,
Huh.
and you take your hand back in there. Oh, you have chalk on your hand.
This is stupid, but
Yeah, I give up.
I have a mirror.
This isn't an active danger. It's just weird.
Before we give up, I'm gonna pull out my mirror and see if I can turn around and see the tree in my mirror. Do I just see the chalk?
How does a mirror work in this? Hold on, I need to check a note.
Look,
Holy
until there's some
cow.
invisible tree monster, I don't think this is really worth our time to hypotenuse anymore.
I mean, clearly this
freaking
is
no.
Okay,
something.
I'm sorry, but you only
strange.
see the
Okay.
chalk.
Oh. Am I done feeding my worms and having breakfast?
Yes.
I'm gonna start packing up my shed.
Okay.
I'm so frustrated.
Well, while everybody packs up, I'm gonna take another 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic as a ritual, just right next to the tree, or the non-tree, the chalk.
Not a damn thing.
I refuse to fucking believe that.
It's in another plane or something.
The effect that you were experiencing is not magic.
So what? Can we flugel it? Figure out what the Tenu say this happens is?
If you had internet connection,
We don't have the internet. Because we're too
I
far
can't
away
hear a
from
word.
center. This is not something I thought to look up before we left.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. Might as well? No. Might as well go.
Me might as
for it.
well met out of mirror.
Yep, that.
all right. So you guys go ahead and pack up your things, pack up the tents, get get everything stowed away. And you continue on your journey. Go ahead and make me a survival check, Dash.
Before we leave, can I ask Desh to ask Ash, well, to ask, uh, can I ask Desh to ask Nash, since he can talk to him, if he sees the tree? Because he's an animal.
I would have Nash. I mean, have the rope still out there. We can have Nash just set it down and follow it. Ash, do you see tree, or is it just nothing?
There's white stuff.
Yeah, he sees nothing as well.
I got some on my nose.
All right.
I got
Oh, fucking wipe the chalk off his face.
wonderful.
All right. Well,
We tried.
I
yeah.
did everything I could think of.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
did. I'm sorry. You guys really did go for it.
You don't sound sorry at all.
No.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. That's what's scaring me. You
It's okay. We have more time. We have more
Sorry.
time to figure it out because we're clearly going to be stuck in this fog
All
until
right.
we do. So,
How many hours would you like to travel?
all of them.
I mean,
I think we traveled 8 hours and then we rested.
yeah. Let's go again. I mean, I got the heart of the cards tells me where north is, so I'm gonna keep going that way.
All right. You know you need to go northeast for this city.
Okay. Well, I northeast for the city. Sure, using that as true north.
Okay. You go. You go. Go.
What an exciting session this is, Aaron.
I know. 11 hours later,
Oh my god.
you are exactly where the outskirts of the city should be.
Should be.
And nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Who's at the front other than Dash? Is it just Dash and Nash at the front?
Yeah, I'm the one
I'm
leading.
at the back.
Okay. So, you're
I'm
continuing
right behind them.
your steps into the smoky mist, steam,
Swear to God, this is the village hidden in the mist, Aaron.
and Hidden Leaf Village. No. And after about 10 steps past where you're like, I should be staring at the face of a wall, Nash suddenly stops and looks down. You can't see what Nash is looking at due to how thick the steam is.
Desh would like to, holding on to what he holds on to, just lean down.
Okay. As you poke your head right about to where Nash's ear is, the steam clears for miles.
It's a fucking crater, isn't it?
It is a giant black pool before you see another circular wall of steam.
Sick of the steam. I sweat too much. All right, so a black pool, like black liquid.
Like thick, viscous, black, syrupy liquid.
Ew.
All right, Desh would just like hold. There's a thing. And carefully, he would get off Nash, making sure his feet land on solid burnt ground over black pool. All right. Well, here's Aaron's fucking experiment session, stage 2.
Can I find a rock?
Takes you a few seconds, but yeah.
Didn't you say it was circular? The steam?
Yes, once you poke your head through the steam wall, essentially, where you see the black viscous pool, it's just like a circular clearing for a good 4 miles, and then you see, like,
I would like
the
to
edge of
skip
Seawall.
the rock across the pool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. The ending you were trying to say?
Pay attention.
I would
So-
like to
No,
skip. I would
Sasha
like to
said
skip
something
the
and,
rock.
and broke him off.
So once you poke your head through the steam, you just see this black viscous pool where the city should be that goes for 3 to 4 miles, and then it's just like a circular shaped 360-degree wall of steam that goes around it.
And that's ahead of us, so we
Yeah.
can go around the steam again.
Yes, but you are technically standing where the city should be.
Okay. And we know that because
You know
we
that because
see
Dash.
ruins, or
No. Just that pool.
And our map.
Through your rough
All
map, through Dash's navigation, this should be where it is.
Okay, just
Dash-
because he is navigation. Okay.
Takes out an arrow. He's
Well,
gonna
before we take
dip
out the
it in
arrow-
pool.
There was a rock that was thrown.
Throw the rock.
Go to throw it, and it, you do your best to try and hit it, the liquid, to make the rock try and skip. It doesn't skip. It just hits liquid and does a light little, like, not even a splash, but like a sludgy sloosh into the liquid. And sinks away from view.
Okay, well, either it was a bad rock throw or this thing is too biscuity to slip in. Or skip in, I should say.
Twigs on the
Okay,
ground.
now, arrow.
I'm sorry, I didn't turn off that. Yeah, there's twigs.
I'm gonna
But with
poke
the
it.
hold on, we have the arrow. You go ahead and stick the arrow in there.
I like dunk it in and then trying to make a spoon of the arrowhead, like scoop some out.
Okay. Okay. You pull some of this viscous liquid out. It kind of like slightly oozes off the arrowhead. What do you do with it?
Does it look like it's affecting the arrow at all? Like it's burning, dissolving, anything?
Arrow looks totally fine.
All right, so there's like a decent amount on the arrow.
Mhm.
I bring it back into the steam, see if it affects the steam at all.
Okay, it does not affect the steam at all.
Okay, so it's not just the liquid itself that makes this weird steam-proof ring.
I take the stick that I found, the longest stick I can find, and see how far I can push the stick into the liquid.
Okay. You start pushing the. We'll say that's like a foot long stick. You start pushing it into the sludge, and as it breaks the surface and goes down a little bit, there's like this overpowering smell of copper that hits your nostrils.
Like, ooh,
Like blood?
Yep.
gross.
Is it a blood ocean?
Okay, before we left our city, we got the communication stone to speak with Siphidius.
Mm-hmm.
Does that just like work endlessly? Was there a range on that?
This plane of existence.
Okay. I'm gonna call him. I'll do whatever I do. Hello?
Okay, it doesn't work.
What?
Weird.
Nothing. You're standing in the steam when you do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Is there enough of a ring around this black stuff that I can step out of the steam without stepping in the liquid? Or I guess just stick my hand
You
out.
can just
with
stick
my
your
hand in-
hand out in your head.
top of
maybe,
my
if you want.
body out.
Yeah, the top of your body out.
and see if it works then.
You say hello and cast out a call, and maybe about 13 seconds later, hey, how you going? What's up?
Well, the city seems to have been turned into a big black pool of goo, and there's some weird steam. And I'm gonna tell him all the dumb stuff we did with the tree and how the rock didn't work in the steam, but it works outside. I mean, he's a big deal mage, right? He should know some stuff.
And I smell blood. Lots of it.
Yeah, and it smells like blood.
Okay. So you tell him all that, and you tell him about your experiments and all the various things you tried to touch the tree, and he just listens, and after a while he says, okay, so steam would represent perhaps
Anti-magic field or something.
no.
I didn't
not
detect
that.
any magic.
I don't know, maybe a metaphysical different plane of reality.
A different plane.
Does this rock
okay, well,
work within the steam?
No.
Okay, then different plane of reality. This rock works on our whatever plane we're on. So
Okay.
So
So
does that mean woods are in different plane?
I would guess that means that yeah, it's different planes. For maybe it works on like technically living in what we consider sentient and non-living differently. Non-living goes to one plane of existence, living goes to another. But if you're within sight of non-living and you have it on you, it stays in your plane.
If I take my arrow in the steam, drop it, does the arrow disappear?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, I drop items that are not living and they stay.
Okay, so adjustment to the hypothesis here. Maybe it only works on things that were already there.
well, I mean, obviously the absence of the city is on our plane, so the city was definitely destroyed.
It's goo.
The caustic?
It didn't do anything to an arrowhead or a stick?
They tried flesh.
No.
Stick a chicken leg in there.
I don't think we have those.
I pull out a silkworm and tie it to my stick.
Mother, how could you betray us like this?
Okay.
I stick.
Mommy, why?
All right. You want to stick it in the pool?
Yeah.
All right, you stick it in the pool. I mean, the worm is so light it just floats on the surface. It doesn't sink. It doesn't really kind of like wiggles around. And
I
gets
tied it to the stick
Yeah.
and just poked it in.
Oh, if
took
you
it out.
poked it in fully, yeah, it goes in.
Pulled
pull
it
it
out.
out.
Is the worm okay?
I mean, it's dead now, but it's because it drowned. But hey, yeah.
Oh, for a second.
For like maybe, yeah, no, it would still drown, but it like wriggles for a few seconds before it drowns in the blood.
Not for
Okay,
a few
yes.
seconds, just a second, just a tap.
Flesh pokes.
Nothing. Doesn't hurt you.
Okay, so no. Not caustic.
It has the consistency of congealing blood.
It's like blood.
You rub it onto your, I don't know, do kobolds have eyebrows?
No, that was Wade, not Desh. Do not take my camera as being what Desh does.
I thought that's how that worked. No, okay. All right. So yeah.
Any ideas of like what could have caused this? This is super weird, right? Or
So you say that this blood area is like a ring, or is it like just an area?
It's like a ring.
Was the city built around something?
Not to my knowledge. It was on solid dirt that was, surrounded by a forest, much like Windgrove. It had some old
Take a sample
ruins
of the
not too
dirt.
far from it.
I take a sample of the dirt.
Of the dirt?
Yeah, I take a sample
Okay. Yeah, you take a sample
into
of
an
the dirt.
empty glass.
All right.
Take a sample.
You fill
of the
one of
dirt.
your empty vials with dirt.
And I take a sample of the goo that's in the.
Okay. You stick your whole hand in there and you have a sludgy, black blood covered vial that's been filled to the brim with the stuff.
And I'm just gonna wash my hands.
Okay.
Now what are you doing?
So, does someone still
First
have
you
their head
played with a
stuck
rope.
in through? Well, actually, yeah, no, because you have the communication stone going. So, Cinna, you watch as off in the distance, maybe a good 45 feet from you guys, heading in a different direction, a four-legged creature that looks a lot like a leopard comes out of the goo and just walks into the steam.
Great, we're doing it at the Red Pool.
You're not wrong.
What?
Oh, so we're fucked.
I don't know what that is. Do I want to know?
What?
It's an SCP shit,
Yes, it is.
and we're fucked.
What?
Simon,
This
you've
isn't
seen
like
the Red
full-
Pool too, haven't you? I could swear I showed you the Red Pool as well. Oh no. I showed Unicorn Red Pool, not you. Never mind. Yeah,
So how long until the horrors start erupting from it?
I mean, one just walked out.
That's manageable, like the horrors that fuck up Mobile Task Force.
You don't know.
So something just came out of this.
Yeah,
A leopard, apparently.
leopard-looking thing that was covered in black blood.
What Zyvadius' understanding is, we report this to him.
How long have you been there?
I don't know, like 5 minutes.
I don't think they hold their breaths for that long.
You're
they-
surprisingly unhelpful for some, like,
I'm not exactly
Important fancy
standing there. I've never dealt with a weird, mysterious black pool of goo.
When the goo leopard came out, did it look like it was a leopard, or look like it was coming out just solidly made of this shit?
It looked like it was from Cinna's point of view, a leopard that was just covered in this stuff. Had it dripping off and everything.
Alright, well, this city's dead. We gotta understand that. Make peace with it.
I mean, that's,
Remember, Desh does
Who
not
goes
know
dead?
what Wade knows in regards to the Red Pool, so shut up.
I'm at peace that this thing everything's dead.
that's what we came to find out. So we reported back, and we can continue on our mission of heading north and hope that this just goes behind us and we go about our merry way.
Yeah, sure, that's how that works.
That's how it'll
Apparently,
work.
things
Yeah.
move through it.
Just leave the key behind. It'll be fine. So how will we get around this thing? This thing is massive, though.
I mean, it's what, 4
Walk
miles
around.
across, you said, or did I make
It's
that up?
roughly about 4 miles across, yeah.
We can walk around
And
it.
you guys can
Although
lightly
we were,
hear the ocean off in the distance.
weren't we heading northeast? So if we just head north, we don't have to walk through it or even really around it. We just head
Yeah.
north.
I figure we should head north. This sounds like, it's not like any of us are stupid enough to jump into a pool of black goo. My worm already died.
Yeah, I mean, there's not anything we can do. We can't save the city. Already gone.
Yeah,
So we might
the
as well
city's
just keep
gone.
on with our original mission and deal with what happens as it happens. If we don't know what's going on, we might
Example.
as well just keep going.
We took samples.
So, Senna, your head's still through the steam, right?
Yeah.
Right, in the same direction where the leopard came out. You watch another one go dashing out, straight in the same direction as the previous one. And off in the distance, you just hear cat growls and scratching and full-on fight.
What direction are they going?
North.
Okay.
And then a few moments later, it just goes quiet. And you just hear this dragging noise as you watch one of the leopards. You're not sure which one. Mostly, like, cleared of the bloody stuff and looks like a normal leopard. Begins drafting the half-shredded body of the other leopard back into the pool.
That's weird.
We should get out of here before worse things crawl out of it.
Yeah, let's just go. I mean, this isn't our job. We did our
Nope.
job here.
No, we didn't. And don't say anything weird about contracts because we fulfilled our contract, buddy.
All we were supposed to do was report back.
Yeah, that's
I'm
literally all I
feeling
hired you
bad.
for. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. How is
As
the
Aaron
swamp?
considers-
Oh, we didn't go through the swamp.
No?
We went around it.
Okay, can you
There was
tell me
Mountain
how
Village.
you... Okay. How'd you get where you are then? What way did you
We
take?
went through the mountains,
Okay.
There was a
Through-
village.
the Tabal.
I don't know what that is.
It's the city we were in. It was pretty nice.
Okay.
There's a city. They are currently being harried by undead. We were harried on the road as well by packs of undead.
Packs of undead. Why are there packs of undead on the road?
Apparently, previous war between necromancers, as one undead told us. Undead with its mind sane.
Okay. That doesn't sound...
Underground cities,
Anyway.
dude. Apparently, underground cities of badass undead warriors that became undead warriors after like the big battle. Golden City fucking killed them all, and now they're undead, and they're still like warring.
That's not how that happened, but okay. They were
See?
dead before the
That's-
Golden City.
That's sort of what I remember, sorta.
I mean, when we came to this world, did we interact with the people who were already here, like right away? Or did we
Yeah.
just set up some random city?
No,
found
no,
this
we
place?
interacted with members of the Golden City, the Council of Five, which was
Okay.
the dragons that were in the Golden City. We interacted with the dwarves, and we interacted with a few of the outskirt to New. That's
So somebody has, probably has some sort of historical documents about this whole undead legion thing. Somebody who is from this planet.
I would agree with you. It's going to be
So-
interesting trying to find that out. You'll be happy to know. I don't remember which of you set it up. The caravan has arrived in Tanu.
That's mine.
Okay, yeah, well, caravan's gotten there.
Okay. Well, the undead people are from a big civilization called the Nal Shaddaa.
No, Nal Shaddaa is the one who was the head necromancer of their armies.
Nal Shaddaa. He had like 5 different legions of undead people.
He had more than 5.
Anyway,
Your mic is literally
Civil
cutting you
vacuum.
off.
most of them got destroyed in the Civil War. It's but they're still roaming around near our city, so you need to watch out because they've got scrolls with magic and shit.
Oh,
The
they have
undead
magic.
city is
Mm,
so cool. So cool.
I'm sorry, what?
So cool.
What is that?
The undead city
Okay.
can no longer exist.
Do you know how to spell that?
Uthal, I think Kul.
Okay.
Maybe somebody in Tinu can research it and get some information on like the legions of people that lived underground, so we know a little bit more how to deal with them because they're no longer all underground. I mean, they're popping up trying to like attack people.
Do you know where
And
they're
that could
coming
be a
from
problem.
in like direction wise?
We have no clue.
thought they were coming from the south.
Ah, someone does remember.
Yeah.
They're coming from the
Oh.
south.
Maybe they are. Apparently, they're coming from the south. But
I
they're,
didn't write it down. I
Okay.
just remember south.
So they're coming from, as in past us. They're going past us already.
Yeah, we encountered them north of you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So they could affect trade. That's a problem
Yeah. All right. I'll send out a few scouts.
for trade routes and stuff. You know, that's bad.
I'll
Undead.
talk to the guard, set up some scouts, maybe a few patrols to go back and forth between the trade route. more
Has anybody
constantly.
figured out the mist over the ocean yet?
No, we haven't. We've been more concerned about making sure everyone's fed in the city.
Nobody's talking about the pirates yet.
There's been discussion, and it's come up to a conclusion of, well, can't do much about it just yet.
All right. But I'm telling you, that mist is bad, guy. Mist is bad. Very bad.
Can we go?
yeah, we
How'd
should
that
probably
fall?
go.
Well, thanks for the update. And, I guess Stone goes dead.
Wow, she's
And
out
you
of
watch
it?
as all the steam starts getting sucked into the pool. And over the next, 5 minutes,
I don't like this.
it all goes back into the pool. And suddenly you're surrounded by a forest. And you're in a clearing that goes out for about a good 130 feet, and then there's forest right there.
What the fuck?
Wait, but the stone doesn't work anymore?
Nope. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think you better call him back.
This is all very weird and very strange. We can see the place now. I'd like to get back moving.
I'd like to file a complaint.
Is the circle still there with
Yes.
Thank you,
blood?
manager.
Yes, it is. The black pool is still there.
Oh boy.
I mean, I
Let's
think
go
we
before
should
the giant bat or the lizard man comes out.
go. I think we should go. I'll see if
should
I can
go.
get Siphidius back and tell him as we walk that the mist got sucked into the goo and everything's cool now.
I don't think we should go anywhere near that goo. That goo is really, really bad.
Out of character.
That
Wait, if
dude.
we were already on the leopards, you wouldn't be having the bat or the lizard coming out next. You'd have the T-1000 come out.
Yes, I'm well aware of what it is, but for all I know, you have a table you're pulling from. a black pool, not a red pool. That's why it doesn't play by the same rules.
You damn right. But what if it leads to the red pool?
I don't want it to lead to any Keter class. That's terrible.
Okay. All right. So you guys leave?
Yeah, give it a wide berth.
All right. You guys start heading north. And just following purely the direction of Desh's heart as it leads him to the stone.
The cards.
Heart of the cards, indeed. All right. And that is where we're going to take our first break. Well,
Oh,
our
boy.
break, I should say. And we will be back. See you soon, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Black Waves. Continuing where we left off, it is now clear, sunny day. The grass is green, the leaves are brown, the trees sway gently in the breeze, and there is a black pool next to you.
I believe we're getting out of here.
Mm-hmm. Continue north. So go ahead and make me a survival check. Do you want to... Well, actually, here's the question. Do you want to continue through the woods north? Do you want to head back towards the mountains? Or do you want to go along the beach?
Well, I'm not a fan of that beach because it's scary.
It might be
Let's
our
go that
best
way.
bet.
That way is the best way to go.
I say we just take, because I'm pulled straight north or north another direction.
From where you're standing right now, you're pulled like... You'd be pulled the equivalent of northwest.
And west of us is the beach.
Yes.
I would say let's go to the beach.
So you guys continue north. It's slightly like at an angle, so you're eventually going to meet with the beach. And you continue along. Eventually you hit the tree line and you start going in that. And you can hear the waves of the ocean getting louder and louder. And eventually you start seeing the white sand of the beach as the grass begins to give way. There's still trees all the way up to the sand. And then you just see beautiful hilly beach all to your left. And you want to stay in the forest line, or do you want to actually just travel along the beach itself?
I mean,
Is the beach
forest probably
sand?
gives us.
It starts to give way to sand the
It's
closer
really
you
hard
get.
to walk in sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say stick to the tree line. Just the forest there as just like a point of the beach. There's like a point of reference.
So you look out, and eventually the land starts to curve more west as you go along. And eventually you start losing track of the beach, unless you want to continue with the curve. It's just keeping you with like that slightly angled northwest for the pull.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say just focus on following the pole for me.
You focus on following the pull, so you end up following the curve of the beach as it goes, and then eventually it straightens out for you for more just direct north. And you're traveling, and you're traveling, and you're traveling, and it's just more boring ass forest all around until eventually you hit a road. It's a dirt road that kind of snakes lightly north and then west and then north and then west and continues like that until it goes out of sight.
Yay, civilization.
We can hope. Supposed to be civilized back at that place, but all it was Blood Pond.
So you continue along the road or keep in the tree line?
We're going along the road.
Okay. You guys continue along the road, and when it's getting dark, so around 7:30, 8 o'clock, you can just barely make out some lights, maybe about a good 300 feet up ahead along the road. And if you want to, you can continue on to those lights. But I'll leave that up to you guys.
Head towards the light.
You head up towards the lights, and initially you just come across like old ruined stone buildings that used to be here that have kind of just crumbled away with time and been covered over by moss. But You still see light ahead of you, and eventually you come across a wooden shack over here, a stone building over there that's fully complete, and a few lanterns hanging off of the stone building, and then more wooden houses eventually come into view that are just faintly lit by lights inside of them. There's no one walking around, but you have entered into what seems like a small village of some sort. Up on the stony building with the lanterns that hang outside, you can see that there is a heraldry that's above these two large wooden, slightly mossed over doors. That is of a lion and a snake entangled between each other.
Is this a ghost town?
You're not sure. You can see lights very dimly through the windows of a few of the homes, you assume. Someone had to light them. Would you like to look inside of one of the homes? Okay, you go over to the nearest house and you look in, and you can see some people just moving about, and a few of them are sitting down at a table and they're talking, not paying you any attention though.
Okay, we just. So there's no one out and about right now? Or is it late in the evening?
It's late in the it's dark now at this point. The street is very low light with just the fire from the occasional window and the lantern from the occasional post here or there lighting the path.
Is it all just like a lot of homes? Just look like there's like a big central building, like a tavern or something?
There's two big central buildings. There's that stone building that you passed. Well, not that building isn't central, but on the outskirts there's that stone building that you passed, and then there's a larger wooden building in the center of town where there's sort of a town square almost, and a smaller building across from it that has a almost religious iconography of a moon with a 5-pointed star in the crest of the moon.
Draw the crest that we saw on the outside, and then the crest of the church.
Okay.
Did you say that we traveled for 11 hours now?
Yeah, roughly that.
We should find a inn and stay there. It's getting pretty dark now.
Is there any signage or anything on the
No,
large
it doesn't
building?
look like any of the buildings are marked. When you look over towards the larger building, if you're standing in the town square at this point, you do see that it has double doors, double wooden doors. That's like reinforced with a metal rim, and there is quite a bit of light coming through the very small 4 windows that sit out in the front of the building, and you can just hear the low murmur coming from the doorway that you can't really make out.
Knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door. Come on in.
Door.
Okay, you open the door and go inside, and you're brought into a.
I guess we've been walking through town, right?
Yeah. You
All right,
come
so-
into a decently lit establishment. There's a couple tables around, quite a few people. Most of the tables are kind of lined up like they are back home. Where back home you have the council going on in the Citadel. Most of the tables are lined up like that, but there are people on both sides, and they're kind of talking back and forth. There's food on the tables. There's a fireplace that's roaring away. There's a bar off of the back left corner that has people going up and down from it, getting drinks and things like that. And in the center back of this establishment, there is a open cooking pit that currently has a hog on the roast, on the spittle, I should say, being circled.
Senna and point towards the bar.
You broke up a little bit.
I nudge Senna and then point towards the bar.
Okay, I'll go over to the bar.
Okay. You go over to the bar, and there's a scraggly-looking older lady. She's maybe in her late 40s or 50s. Great hair, with a cook's apron on and some ragged clothes underneath. And with broken and yellowed teeth, who's kind of cleaning away at a few glasses. Can I help you, lass?
Yes. Can you tell me the name of this town?
You're in Widowbrook?
Littlebrook. We're just passing through. Do you have rooms for letting out?
We
is
have a
this an
commons
inn?
room
Okay.
in the back, yeah.
Um. I was gonna ask.
Are
something else,
we
and I totally blanked on it.
Staying,
What?
are we
Are we
staying
staying?
here?
Do you want to?
This place doesn't give us a weird vibe, right?
So far, no weird vibes. People are just going about doing their thing.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is there a place to hitch our horses and pets?
Next to the commons, there's a post. You could wrap it there. There's a trough underneath the post as well.
Do you have a stable?
No, it burned down last week,
Oh.
unfortunately.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
What sort of trouble was that?
Some of the local kiddies who worked at the stable were, doing a little pounding and got a little
I'm sorry,
frisky.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They were having sex, darling, and they knocked into the lamppost. Mm.
Yeah, I still don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
That's unfortunate, darling. I could set you up with Ada. She's the local whore.
Oh my.
She'll teach you a whole new religion.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I will move along.
Very well. So will you be staying in the commons?
It
I'm
is
not
place to
sure.
sleep
Can
that
we
is
make-
not in tent.
Can we order some drinks?
Aye, order what you want, and you notice she is drinking.
Okay. First thing, do you have any? Do you speak with people from Deshad at all?
The weird folk from Deshavia. The other plain old material thing, yeah?
So how does that work?
Excuse me?
You said other plane. Like we're not from around here. We're not really sure. We were sent to check out what was going on in the city, and we realized that it's not there anymore.
Ah, yeah, those fuckers got fucked.
What happened?
Some more
Fuck if I
bounty,
know.
huh?
How long ago?
About a week ago.
Is it? You seem awfully like unbothered. Are you not worried that it might happen here?
Fuck no. I don't
Why
mess
not?
around with that shit. There's no magic here. Why, you
So
bringing
because
magic
they
into my
had
home?
magic-
Oh no, not us.
Okay.
We're just.
Then you should be
travelers
fine.
who vis-
Yeah.
Okay.
How did they bring magic? Thought that magic was not a thing no more.
So did I until those fuckers showed up.
So because they had magic, things came after them?
I'm assuming so. Do you have some other explanation?
Oh no, we have no idea.
Okay, then it's fucking magic.
Probably. Okay.
A lot of pounding going on in your mouth there.
Well, he's a daft cunt.
Yeah, he's got a mouth on him too. We'll go take a table and drink our drinks.
Freddy, clear out.
Thank-
Table 4.
Okay.
Yeah, pound some food over here on this table.
What do you want?
What do you have?
We got pork, bread, cheese.
We'll have
All
all
of that
of that.
sounds good.
Okay. Plates each.
Yes.
Yes.
3 copper. Each.
I'll pay for all of it.
Okay. So you watch as an older gentleman, definitely in his late 60s, maybe early 70s, barely any wisps of hair, all grayed out, also yellowed and broken teeth. severe scarring from what looks like acne pock marks on the left side of his face. Down his neck, it looks like he has severe burning on the left side of his body as well, or he has a severe burn scar on the left side of his body. And you notice that his left arm is also slightly smaller than his right. But he goes over, he cleans up your table, and then goes over to the spit roast and makes you guys a plate each, and brings him over. Sets him down in front of you. Is that all you'll be having?
We'd
I
like
believe
some
that's all needed.
ale. Or
Ale?
mead.
Okay. Anything else?
Do you have anything sweet?
I've got honey rock.
All right, I'll take it.
He
By
goes
the looks
into-
of these people, does it look like a regular fantasy kind of city for people?
Roughly, yeah. Like, decently. Yeah. So he goes into his pocket and he pulls out what, like this package that's basically just several wrappings of cheesecloth. And he unwraps it very carefully. And he has these maybe 6-inch golden yellow but slightly translucent like bars, and he's got about 20 of them in the packaging, and he sets out one for each of you. There you go. Kind of gives a bow and goes off to the bar. Starts
Yeah.
getting your ale.
I try it.
Okay, you try it. It's very hard, but it's very sweet, and a tiny bit sour.
Like what, rock candy?
Yeah, yeah, and you quickly realize it's more of a suck on kind of thing than a like chomp into thing. And
So-
the more you eat it, and the closer you get to the center of it, the more it becomes like liquidy, and then eventually it just starts tasting like pure honey.
So should we just like put our tents behind this big building or something, and versus staying in? I don't trust staying in the common room.
Yeah, no, I don't really want to stay here either. That sounds good to me.
Well, he brings your ales over and he sets them down and kind of gives you another bow and walks
Any
off.
news around here?
Do you ask him or just one of the other tables?
Kim, any news?
Well, other than the disappearance of the city, stables burning down. No, I'd say it's rather normal. We still have the werewolf problem.
Werewolf problem.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Werewolf and disappearing.
There's werewolves.
Yeah, a whole pack of them. Up north from here.
I assume they're not friendly.
No, they're pretty decent people.
But you said there was
Why is it
problems.
Yeah. They kind of scare away the traders.
I see.
We've got a banditry issue, I'll admit.
They're werewolf bandits.
I think the two
No.
are separate.
I think there's werewolves and bandits.
No,
No? The werewolves are the bandits?
yeah, they raid the caravan.
But they're decent
But
folk.
you said they.
Yeah, they come into town, they trade the stuff to us. We give them food. They go away.
You're
They don't
kind
kidnap
of.
folk.
Then why are they bandits?
Well, it's just the way that they are. They're a nomadic tribe.
I think your meaning of bandit is different from ours.
Well, bandits usually do acts of banditry
People.
by robbing people.
And then they sell the stolen stuff to you
to a
here in the town.
fence. But that fence would happen to be the town, because the town needs the resources that they steal from the caravans that come down every few months.
So you pay twice.
So we pay them in food that they want.
Instead
That would be the definition of a bandit.
So it's just like trading with extra steps, and some of those steps are illegal.
Precisely.
black market.
I haven't got one of those.
Okay.
So have you heard word of other towns, aside from one that went dead? Other towns where magic people come.
Elsa, is there other towns besides the magic people town? She kind of squints her eyes. There's cunts down in the one called Windgrove. Further south. They're magic too.
Is there any more north of here?
Not to my knowledge. No. But nobody's bloody stupid enough to go that far north.
Why don't you want to go north?
Do you see a blacksmith around here, Switty?
No.
I half doubt a broken blade or bent blade is gonna do jack shit against some fucktard out in the woods that wants to kill you.
So no one goes north because you don't have supplies to go north.
Precisely. What supplies we do
Well.
get comes from the caravans and new tools. We don't exactly have the money to be buying weapons now, do we? That's illegal.
Weapons are illegal.
In the Kingdom of Ashok, selling weapons outside of city limits where it's deemed legal is illegal.
And holding to a weapon is legal.
No, you're totally fine to hold one. Just as long as you don't sell or buy one outside of a city.
So
You're a wealth
we-
of information, sir.
You're talking to the barmaid who called you a daft cunt earlier.
Yeah.
You're a wealth of information, sir.
Why?
See, Freddy, I told you he was a daft cunt, and I kind of like him now. Your group's particularly shiny. Which kingdom did you get it all from?
We've been
Um,
all over.
Here and there.
Been to the dwarves.
I've not been there. Been to Tenu.
Oh, Tenno. Yeah. Racist bastards.
Indeed, they are, sir.
You say as you are one.
I'm not exactly calling you a blue-blooded son of a bitch now, am I?
Oh my. Well, moving on.
So you
Doesn't
speak.
hurt our feelings.
Where are dwarves? We've yet to meet them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be northeast about 40 miles. Then direct east from there. Another good 40. Then north another 10,
So 90 miles.
roughly.
Do I get the ping of being in roughly that direction, or is it
No.
still like the opposite direction, northwest?
It's still going straight north at this point.
Many weapons have they and creators of?
They've got those walking machines that rain death.
Oh. Walking machines that rain death. Interesting.
Hmm.
Friendly to you, are they?
Generally speaking, as long as you don't piss off their royalty.
Not royalty you see much, though, right?
Every once in a blue moon.
For what reason? in a blue moon would they come?
Coming to Vishok. Visiting the capital, things like that.
Very well. And the capital must be fine then.
It's a shithole, but it's better than this place. At least it's got walls.
Right.
And protection?
Decent sized garrison. That's Mackie! And you see a guard, or at least someone who you assume to be a guard. They have a rusted half plate coat on with the. Dang it, I'm blanking on the word. The coat of arms of this village on, with the lion and the snake entangled. And he kind of looks over and he goes, "Yeah. How well protected is the capital?" He goes, 8,000? No, 9. They expanded the barracks last week. There you go. And she turns to you guys. There you go.
Pretty well protected.
So a place
Sounds like they're
place
doing,
to
they're
might
doing a
stay?
good job.
Two different
a
people
place
talking.
might stay there?
I mean, yeah, you could stay there. It's a bitch to walk in. I've been there once.
Why
The city's
so?
like 10 miles long, side to side.
Oh, that is very large.
Sounds big.
Hilly too. Don't like the hills.
Can I do a perception check to see who's watching us? while we're
Everyone.
having this conversation. Everyone. Oh boy.
We're the fancy outsiders.
With shiny armor.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm not that shiny.
No, you're not.
Your scales
indeed.
are pretty
Except
shiny.
your weapons.
But we have weapons.
You have a shiny weapon.
Well, I do know that we are not. Well, I am not going in the direction of dwarves, it sounds.
It's much out of the way.
Yeah.
Which way are you headed then?
Whatever is more northern west.
The city of Colomne. A couple of villages. The Black Forest.
What entails a black forest? That is sort of eerie.
Sun doesn't go there.
Neither do folk.
Oh, sure, folk go in and out, drow of all sorts. And
That's a
sun,
positive.
you know. I don't know what they're called. The sun eaters, sun striders, something like that. Go in and out.
So no tales of dangers of such, for the most part. Then,
I
as
mean,
people come in and out, right?
there's a roving goblin horde that way. Somewhere in the forest. There's a few orc tribes. There's the wild people of Kaldari up there. Other than that, shit ton of drow.
It's like one after another, and then all of a sudden, boom, more. Drow, they be good or bad? My friend here is half drow.
Well, she hasn't eaten your face, so I'd say good.
Not yet.
Yeah,
She-
I like her.
That's the, yeah, that's the core thing. Is just because she doesn't eat face doesn't mean the drow don't.
Drow are generally nice folks.
All the ones I've met have been pretty nice, but that's not very many.
Heard stories of drow, and they not always nice.
Accurate.
Well, nobody's always nice.
Right.
But after the Black Forest, you've got the Northern Mountains, and that leads into the ocean.
Oh, I not know where, but
What were
thing
these
I see
Sunriders?
is northwest.
The Sun Strider thingamabobs,
Yeah.
and 8-foot tall people walk around in cloaks, heavy armor, giant blades, travel in packs of 15-ish.
Giants.
Very nice folk.
Pay good coin. Don't talk much.
Fair then.
The best you could meet.
Very positive indeed this trip might be.
Although, I do hear if you do piss one off, they sprout bony wings and fuck everything up in an area.
Oh,
Like, town dead in seconds. Fuck everything up. And they
Well,
don't just kill
remember-
one thing, they kill everything within a radius.
we'll remember not to
Sounds
make
nice.
Eddie angry.
Sometimes they even kill each other in the process.
They sound reasonable.
Wild rage.
Oh, then there's the elves. I forgot about the elves. They're in the
Pretty
northern
cool.
mountains.
Just looking at your face. So what we... Oh, this is between there and there. But if there are no more magic cities, ones that...
Oh, there's a magic city out there somewhere. I just haven't gone up there recently, so.
I'd love to see the elves.
No, you wouldn't.
Why not?
They're not an outsiders kind of people.
I see. That's disappointing. I heard they're beautiful.
Just look at the one across from you.
She's quite pretty. You have to admit, she's quite pretty.
She's
No,
all
like
right.
Outsiders.
She's alright, not my type.
She's very nice.
Well, how much for that commons room?
We're
It's
not
free.
doing
It's a
the
commons room.
Commons room is free, huh? So many folk, I'm sure, stay in there.
Right now about 6.
Would you mind if we pitch a tent out back with the horses and such?
No, you're fine.
Thank you.
Just mind the well. Don't throw
Okay.
anything in it. Don't fall down it. The cave goes down miles. It's all
Is
we
it
lost
just
Timmy.
a pit, or is it walled up like a regular whale?
No, it's
well.
walled off for like 20 feet down, but past that it goes into the cave system. Then the water reservoir, which eventually flows out into the ocean.
Stay
Have
away
you
from the
been?
well.
Hmm?
To the well?
Have I
To
done
the
what?
well. Have you been through all that in the reservoir? And
No, but
Sounded
Timmy has.
to me it sounded as though you have been through the travel of the well, and so someone told you the story. I see it.
No. Timmy's body
Ah,
washed up on the beach.
Oh, he didn't. He told you in a certain way. So sorry for your loss.
Wasn't my kid. I don't give a fuck.
You know, there's that rustic hospitality right there, ain't it? Alright, so we're just gonna pitch a
Did you
tent?
actually say that, or?
No.
Okay.
I just finished my food and drink my mead.
Great. Food tastes decent.
How much for the food?
We
Yeah.
already paid.
You already paid. But
Thank
you're
you
free
so
to
much.
pay for another 3 copper for another plate.
I'm good until the morning.
Very
I
well.
swear, it's like you're in a fucking fever dream half the time. You don't listen to anything. What'd you say? What are we doing? Huh?
All right.
This is much easier than trying to find an invisible tree that isn't there.
Where are you folks from?
You asked Abba Faroon.
What?
Another plane of existence that has been gone and torn apart and away. All but memories now, my friend.
The fuck does
We
that
are
mean?
from south.
Oh, okay.
We are from south.
Here.
He
From the city south. of here.
he's little. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're just traveling, trying to see what's out here.
Old home was destroyed. We are part of group to help find new homes.
And you're
That's why
from the
we out-
south.
why-
Yeah. we're
Yes,
from
we
the
come
south.
from parts of the south.
What was wrong with the Vashalo jungle?
It's a jungle.
Might have been more north than that.
Oh, okay. Castlebrock?
Yep.
Didn't know that place was gone.
Well, learn something new every day. Thanks for the food and the information.
Yeah. You guys go out to the desert recently?
We have.
A while back, yeah.
You run into the... Shit, what are they called?
Desert tribes,
Yeah.
hunters. Yes, we met them. We traded. We've talked. It's where I got my friend Nash outside.
Ah. Okay.
The gift of life
Did
thing.
you, meet the Silver Spear tribe?
Are they people who move on great sand boats? Metal?
Yes.
Meat? No.
Saw
Saw?
them.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Out in the distance, we saw them.
Alright. Just wondering. Never personally met one. Although I have met a
We
forester.
haven't either.
In fact, there's an encampment, 15 miles direct east? Yeah. So make sure you have a gift of life before you go 15 miles direct east. Found that out the fun way.
Oh boy, yeah. That gift of life is nothing to play with.
Yeah. Especially when you hand the poor fucker over and he starts screaming while he's skinned alive.
Oh, we gave a camel.
Well, let's go get our tent pitched, and then let's get the fuck out of this town.
Go. I'm really tired.
Okay. You guys head out of the tower
It's
and...
great talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
We'll pitch our tents.
Yep. You go pitch your tents. Low murmurs continue from inside as you guys finish pitching.
Okay, that was
Should
really
probably
fucking
not
weird.
like tell our entire life story to every person we come across.
Yeah, I suggest we keep it really close to the vest because this is.
That's why I said we just going northwest.
Mm-hmm.
We from the south. In places.
We're just traveling.
As Desh will be returning for the night, and as soon as his watch comes around, because he's going to be on watch again, he's going to make sure his pistol is at the fucking ready for these thing people.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I
Second one.
don't trust that this village isn't a cult. Now that you've shown your hand and there's a fucking SCP shit going on.
Jesus, now I'm suspect everywhere? Come on now.
The DM is suspect anyway.
Yeah,
I mean-
I thought his character didn't know that.
Alright. Let's see. Okay, 14. Not too bad. So you do your watch, and a couple hours pass by. A couple people stumble out the back of the tavern. One of them goes and pisses on the wall. The others kind of just walk into the commune and go lay down. One that pissed on the wall kind of shakes his junk and then also goes to lay down. That's about all that happens.
How many shakes?
2.
Alright, he's on the up and up.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it is a thing!
2 shakes or you're playing with yourself.
More than 2 shakes you're playing with
Oh,
yourself, yeah.
my mind didn't even go there. Okay, gross.
Oh my. All right.
Alright.
You gonna wake me up?
Yeah, I'll wake up whoever's next.
Okay. So you go ahead and get up and take your watch and roll me a perception check. 19. Alright. So as your shift comes in and we get to midnight, you have the fun experience of watching as a low fog rolls into town.
Yeah.
And some of the lights go out in town, and quite a few of them stay on. The ones at the tavern stay on, so it's fine. And you can... So the way the building is spaced out, you have the tavern in front of you, and then to your left is the commune building. Behind your tents is the well. Past that are a few houses and a road. But if you look back towards the tavern building and to the left, you can see the road that you took into town, as well as a few buildings. And along the road that you took into town, you just watch as a horse just gallops down the road, past the tavern.
Okay.
No one's on it. No saddle is on it.
Okay.
And then it passes back going the other way. Out of town.
Righty.
See into your watch.
Well, my-
Alright.
Oh, I'll take.
I should wake up Garen because he hasn't done a watch in the last couple of days.
Okay.
I've never done a watch.
You have done a watch.
He doesn't have dark vision.
You did a watch in the desert
Oh yeah.
one time.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have dark vision.
Yeah, no.
I don't. That's why I
Okay.
don't do watches.
I'll do it.
Okay, so
It's
I'll
light enough
wake
so
up.
Garen would be able to see.
It's the last watch.
Get your ass up.
I do, Garen.
So
Get
Garen, you're woken
up.
up.
I'm going to sleep. You do the last watch. All that dark.
What am I supposed to watch for?
Everything. And by the way, there was a weird occurrence where this
Ooh.
basically this horse ran down the street, no saddle, no nothing, no rider, then rode back down the street, and some fog came in from the street side. So
Yes, that's-
keep a good eye out.
That sounds very, very suspicious. Wait! Look over there. There's a rat.
Funny.
Very suspicious
So
rat.
funny. So
He's
funny.
looking at me.
Yeah. So funny.
Petition, next time danger comes around, we
Ooh,
give
do I
Garen a
wake you
hard
up
kick in
if
the
I
ass
see
for
a-
not warning him.
A cat on the rooftop.
No, wake me up only if it's serious. I go to sleep.
Oh, only wake you up if there's a serious cat on the roof.
I'm not listening, Garen. Do your watch.
I will do my watch. Good
Okay.
night.
Roll me a perception check. Okay.
Cutting my fingernails.
A few hours go past.
The stars are really pretty out here. I like them.
A few more hours go past.
Wait, is it foggy? Are those
Yeah.
stars?
Yeah.
I don't see no stars. Wait, there's one. Wait, no, that's a bug.
You watch the door to the commune open up, and a guy comes out and throws some gear over a horse and hops up on it and rides off.
I wonder what he's thinking when he throws that sandbag on his horse. Where is he going? Where did he come from? What's his life like?
Is his
Does
name
he have-
Cotton Eye Joe? And as you're thinking these questions and you watch him get up the road, he maybe gets 60 feet out of town, and you're barely able to see him with the morning light. And then there's a flash of light, and there's only a horse left.
Good luck, my friend, wherever you have gone.
And the horse just keeps on going.
Oh, okay, sure. Fucking Garen.
Okay, there's a flash of light. He's
We don't know
gone.
that.
You don't know that.
And Garen doesn't wake us up and say anything.
Yep. And then it's the end of your watch.
Time to wake up, everybody. Oh, time to breakfast.
Quite a few people start coming out of the commune door and heading into the main tavern itself.
I'm so glad we have this tent. Nobody can see us, and it's very nice and cozy in here.
Anything happen
Huh? What?
on
Yeah.
your watch?
Yeah, the sun came up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. Sun came up.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, yeah. I did see a guy on a horse, and I was thinking about his life. What he was going to do, where he's going to go, what future he had. Yep. It's time for breakfast. I'm hungry.
Anything
Time for
else?
breakfast. I'm hungry.
Okay. All right. I feed my worms. Have
Okay.
breakfast.
All right.
Start packing up.
Okay.
Is there any change in the air or anything different?
The fog eventually
How's
goes
it
away.
feel? Okay.
You guys head out?
Yeah, we should get ready to head out.
Okay. You start heading along the road out of town. And, all right. Yes, go ahead. You breathed. As if you were going to say something. Yes, Wade.
Who?
Oh, okay.
You're
You're
gonna
good.
do survival check, Wade?
No, he doesn't need one. You guys pass by the last house as you're going down the road and begin going in the bend of the road into the forest itself. And there's a flash of light. And there's a guy standing in the road. And he looks around. Looks at you. Waves. And goes, yeah.
Hey, you, sir.
And a
Yes,
horse
sir.
comes trotting out of the forest. And he says, yeah.
Where did you go? I saw you, and then I was hoping for your future to be well. I sent you good luck. Where did you go?
I don't know.
Well, you seemed to disappear for a second, and your horse was still around, and now you're back. Were you abducted by aliens? I don't know what I just said, so forget that.
What's an alien?
I don't know. That's why I don't know.
Wait, Garen, you saw him
You watch as his horse
disappear?
comes out of the forest.
Yes, I saw him
and he
disappear.
gets on it.
He was heading
He would
towards the mist, and it flashed a light, and then he was gone, and the horse stayed behind.
This is why we don't put him on watch.
Yeah,
he does not
I was
understand
just-
what on
yeah.
watch means.
I think maybe you should
I-
stay out of the
I was
watch
told to-
rotation. You
I
might
was
need
told
some
to
extra
say
sleep.
to watch everything, and I did. I was not told to say anything.
That is implied in watch. How you survive this, I have no clue.
You just
Implied
never
in
take
what?
watch.
Watch is implied.
Yeah,
Okay.
watch. And if things are strange, you tell the people you're watching for.
Oh, I was watching for myself, and I
We
saw.
also saw a flash of light, right?
If that is your mindset, then maybe it's best you be on yourself by now.
Well, don't put me on watch no more. Let me.
We also saw a flash of light, right?
Yeah, you guys saw a flashlight and a guy appeared.
All right, so we didn't go through a flashlight,
Nope.
but we saw one, and then the guy just appeared like poof.
Yep. And he's getting on his horse right now and starting to ride off.
He doesn't know what happened to him.
He sounds like a very reluctant dimension hopper.
This
You
is-
can't silence me on this. I know your tricks.
This is weird. Was there anything else around when when you saw the flash of light before?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Garen.
Well, I am Garen. Thank you. What's the question?
I mean, was there anything else strange besides the flash of light? Was there anything else going on?
No,
Was it dark outside still, or what?
What, you want me to take notes next time? Is that implied in the watch? Get pen paper out? Hey, wow, you folks are tough.
Wow,
No,
never
what-
mind, Garen. Never mind.
Next time you stay in city, clearly traveling is too responsible for you.
Oh, I saved your life. I gave you Nash, and now I'm too irresponsible.
Oh, jeez. I checked to make sure all of our stuff is still on us.
Nothing's missing.
We haven't missed anything. Nothing's missing.
Yep.
I checked my worms.
They're there.
I feed them while I'm walking on the horse.
Okay.
While I'm on the horse, riding on him.
All right. So you guys keep going. You start going down the road, and you kind of see the guy ahead of you. It's maybe a good 300 feet ahead of you guys when he just suddenly goes off road and starts heading into the forest.
Hey, where you going?
He doesn't respond.
Dash is continuing to follow where his.
All right. And that is where we will leave off for this session. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Probably
Yeah.
on the 18th and not the 19th, as unfortunately one of our members can't make it. And on the 20th will be my birthday and a special someone else's birthday. So we'll more than likely see you
I
guys on
can't
the
do the
18th.
18th.
Oh, we can't do the 18th. So instead, we will do, if we can't do the 18th, then instead, can we all agree to do the 25th? Or, sorry, the 26th.
26th, I can. My Fridays are D&D time.
No,
Any other
the
game?
26th is a Saturday.
Yes, I know. I'm saying the 25th and the 18th are
Yeah, okay.
D&D games for another game.
So the 26th, is everybody good?
Yeah.
Bubba?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
cool.
so.
Great. We'll do it on the 26th then. That is when the next game will be, chat.
Alright.
Christmas.
Make sure you remember, Aaron.
I've got it scheduled.
Oh, wait, it should have been on the 26th anyways.
No.
No, it
No.
should have been on the 19th. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Instead, it's 12:41 a.m. That's why it says the 6th
Yeah,
on my
that's an
computer.
off day for us.
Derp. All right, great. Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you all so much for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. I have been your host, DM, GM, whatever you want to call me. Forgotten Dreams, the Forgotten Dreams over on the Twitch lands. But I have been joined by a lovely cast of people going from the top to the bottom. Start off with Ellen. Then Wade. Then Pablo.
Goodbye.
Then Sabamama.
Adios.
All right. Adios.
Good night.
Through